Okay, what is this channel?
Okay, first lesson for today. The kupuna has taught us the word aloha. Okay? When I say aloha to you, I am giving to you my warmth and my good feelings. Now, if you're going to be enjoying today's program, I would like to hear your warmth and your feelings for the people who are going to sing for you and those that are going to perform for you, okay? So when I say aloha, you give me back your aloha, all right? Okay, aloha. Okay, we're getting into the right mood right now. I want to say aloha to everybody here and welcome to the assembly. Okay, you see in back of me, aloha na kupuna. We have a message for the opio. The opio are everybody up in the stand, some of you down here, the young people. Okay, you are the opio. The kupuna is sitting in front of you. There are elders. Okay, now we have a message that we would like to try and reach every one of you with. A message that when I was in high school, I wish somebody told me about. Okay, I had to wait till I was 30-something years old in order to learn what I have learned, and I would like to pass on that knowledge to the opio, which is you. Before we begin our program, I'd like to ask Kathy Mahi'ai to come up. Kathy, please come up. All right, second lesson for today is the word puli. The kupuna told us puli. Another word is ohana mako. Ohana is the family. Okay, when everybody comes together, right? Ohana mako. Now, in order for us to do this right, we're going to need all of you to help out. Okay, we're all going to stand up. Okay, all right, and if you got a pretty girl next to you, you can hold her hand. Okay. And if you got a handsome boy next to you, you can hold his hand. This is the opportunity right now that you've been waiting for. All right, now. Okay, now we're going to all rise. The reason that we're going to rise is to get our minds straight that we're going to do one thing. Okay, we're going to pull it. The English word for puli is prayer. Now, when we hold hands, we're going to become one. And our voices are going to go, whoever's doing the puli will have your mana and your thoughts. And we puli as one, and it'll be a strong puli. Okay, so right now, please, everybody rise. And if you're not too silly, just hold the hands next to whoever's next to you, okay? So we get the feeling of the ohana, closeness together. And then we're going to ask Kathy, the opio. Okay? It's not that hard. Okay, my mic. Okay, now, let's all quiet down. You don't have to tell her anything, just hold her hand. Just quiet down. Okay, we get to the serious part now. Okay? Let's all be quiet. And we'll ask our OPO, Kathy, to say puli for us.
Our Father in heaven, we humbly bow our heads before thee at this time. We thankfulness in our hearts for the many blessings that thou hast bestowed upon us. Father in heaven, we thank thee for this gathering in which we come together as ohana to honor our kupunas. And we ask thee, Father in heaven, to please bless them while they live their lives with us, that they may teach us diligence and love and discipline. And Father in heaven, we ask thee to bless the OPO, that whatever the kupuna teach them, that they may take heed to them, that they may honor the kupuna with love and warmth, and learn respect for them. And Father in heaven, we ask you to please bless us throughout the rest of the day, that thy spirit be with us to protect us. And we ask you to bless us that whatever we may say or do may be pleasing unto thee. We humbly say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Mahalo, Kathy. I'd like to say mahalo to
Our kupuna we cherish dearly, and though our kupuna kahiko, our ancient forefathers, have long passed from this earth, they are not gone, for they live on in the stories, chants, and dances of our people. And if you listen more closely to things, perhaps you can hear their voices in the wind, in the whispering seas. They are one with the islands. Sons and daughters of these islands, are you listening to the voices of our country? In voices on the wind above the ocean, carried from the whispering surf of timeless seas, chanting melodies sacred to our native island, and to the pride our nation once did see. Can you hear the voices of our proud Hoolehua in the midst of this world's toil and strife? Hear them beckoning to us, sisters and brothers. Eho ikaika, o mako eho alahoai. Nā tua mai mako o ka ai. Ihu I ka noi hāngai lawe ia e na matani ai. Nā he ki ho o ni ia, e nā leo o tō māko, pūpuna o ka iko. Listen, listen, olohe e nā kuka o ka aina. Hear the voices beckon, rise once more, Hawaii. Arise in strength and purity and love. Listen, listen, hear the voices of our Hoolehua. Let the rising winds touch you and not too far, and be one with them throughout the land we love. Ho'olohe e nā kupa. Ho'olohe I nā leo o pūpuna. Ko māko pūpuna. Pūlama I a lāko. Pūlama I a lāko.
Feelings about our kupuna is Haunani Apoliona. Okay, let's put our hands together for Haunani. You know, when we were growing up, the kupuna was always the one that said, go wash the dishes, go do this, go do that. And we always think, oh, kupuna, I wish you'd get off my back. You know what I mean? And that's all the kupuna was. Just somebody that we didn't hardly pay any attention to. And we went to school to get all our knowledge. That was where we went. The kupuna said, you go to school, that's where you're going to learn everything. But that's not so. You come to school, you will learn only certain things in school. The kupuna has had a whole lifetime of experience. They have lots of knowledge within them. And they thought that this knowledge that they had was worthless. Worship you in song.
Aloha e nā kupuna, ana e nā pio, te I aina o Molokai nui a hina. I'd like to do two songs for you. The first was a recent composition, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. At the time, a gentleman named Larry Lindsay Kimura was in Germany. And he's from the Big Island, but I think it's applicable to this place, Molokai, because it speaks of his thoughts. He was missing home, he was missing Hawaii, and he could remember back to the time when he spent at Honaunau, where the city of refuge is, and there was a tutu or a kupuna there, in the old style, and I'm sure you folks who still have your kupuna know of this style, that when they see people, friends or people that come near the house, they go, "Hooey, come inside, come and eat. Come sit down, talk story and eat." And this was the flavor, this was the style of this tutu from Honaunau. So he put the thoughts down into lyric form, and Auntie Alice Namakilua said it to a tune. And I think it's only been recorded once by Tony Lindsay, and the song is called Kahea Ake Aloha, or the Call of Love.
inside. Come inside and sit down to eat and to talk story. Please answer this call of love. How many of you folks here, the OPO, how many of you folks still have your kupuna? Your tutu man or your tutu lady? Still with you folks in your family? Just make your hand. So I don't see too many hands. Okay, there's some people back. This second and final song I'd like to sing for you speaks of the tutu lady. And it's called Ku Tutu or My Tutu. And the song was written by a tutu lady, Mary Kavena Pukui, and set to music by Mary Lamb. This song tells of, well, it says, I love my tutu. And again, it speaks of this style of greeting, that voice that calls and welcomes people. And it speaks about her dress. She wore the kalakua mu'umu'u with the big sleeves and the silk scarf around her neck. And the thing she did or does is to weave papales and to string pua'ala or sweet-smelling flowers. And it speaks also of a piece of furniture that you'll find in most tutus' rooms, and that is a rocking chair. And in this rocking chair, the tutu lady will rock her mo'opuna. And for us who are a little bit along, like Walter was saying, this middle generation, I guess I'm part of that. Someday we'll be a kupuna, and so will you. And traditionally, the kupuna had a very vital role in our families. And to some extent, that's been lost today. So it's for you, the OPO, to make up your minds to keep your kupuna, because they are a value, they are a treasure. And a lot of things that your kupuna know, you can learn from. A lot of experiences they've had, you can learn from. So if you are fortunate enough to have your tutu man and your tutu lady, please treasure them. Oh,
television. The thing that I liked the most about his speech was that he paid a lot of honor to his mother that was sitting up on the stage with him. And I felt that he was right in the same line that we were in about how we felt towards our kupuna. So that's the reason why we contacted him to ask him if he wanted to come, because we knew he had the same kinds of feelings. And right now I'd like to call up Mr. Ritte to express to you feelings from our governor. So let's put it together for Mr. Clifford Ritte.
Aloha to our special guests, faculty, students, and friends of Molokai. The governor sends his regrets that he cannot be here today due to the illness. And I'd like to share with you the message that he sent to me this morning. Message from the Governor, George Ariyoshi. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this conference. Those of us in Hawaii very properly have a great sense of value based on what has gone on before. We have learned a reverence of our land and our people. And we have learned that we must protect this very fragile place we call home. This spirit, this knowledge, and this awareness has come to us from those who have preceded us in this time and place. To be sure, their values and their judgments were not always right. Age and longevity do not guarantee wisdom, but experience does offer a unique perspective from which to view our society and comment upon it. All of us in Hawaii are members of an ohana of people who care for Hawaii and what happens to it. In my personal life, I've learned very much from my elders. I've been very fortunate to be a member of a 3-generation family, one shared with my mother and father as well as my children. Today, my mother continues to participate actively in our family unit, sharing her love and her years of experience. This intermingling of generations, one with wisdom of experience and accomplishment, and the other with the energy and drive and idealism of youth, blends together to make our society richer. Just as we listen to our youth today with all their fresh ideas, we also should listen to our senior citizens with the richness of experience which only they can offer. No generation has total answers for the problems of life and society. Each must be tolerant of the others and draw strength and wisdom and vitality from each other. This is what has made Hawaii unique, and this is what will keep Hawaii unique. Mahalo and aloha, George Ariyoshi.
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? Okay. I'd like to introduce our special guest today. We sort of have adopted Olomana now to Molokai. They're our adopted sons from Molokai. They always come to help. You know, 1 day's notice, 2 hours notice, whatever. They always come to help. So this time, we wanted to come and share a message to you because I told them what we're trying to do, talk to our OPU about the importance of our kupuna. So right away they came. And well, they missed the first flight, but That's a long story that always happens when you always happens. Right now, I'd like for everybody to perk up and let's hear the mana'o and the songs of Olo Mana. Put it together for Olo Mana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Aloha Molokai. It's the second time we've been over here this week. It's always nice to come back to Molokai. When Walter talked to us about a program honoring the kupunas, we wondered what we had to share. Then we started thinking, especially now when I was standing out there looking around at the high school halls, thinking of all the things I learned when I was in school. And all of those things, when it came down to what I'm doing now, didn't really assist me, you know? A lot of the help that we got for what we're doing with our music came from the people around us. That has always inspired our music. And especially some of the people who've become very special. This first song we'd like to do was written after we had spent the day at Halava jail. We went to play there. And when we first thought about playing at the jail, we were a little nervous. What is it going to be like? But there's a lady back in Honolulu that we call Auntie Emma. Auntie Emma DeFries, and she went with us to the jail, and it was amazing. The amount of patience and the magic that she had to get all of these people who were supposed to be hardened criminals. They were like putty in her hands, and everything was so different from what we thought it would be. And we spent the day with Auntie Emma, and out of that came this song. It's a song about the kupuna wahine, the very special ladies, and there's a whole line of them right over here in the front, who remind us who we are all the time, to give us the strength to do things. Evening smiles on the islands and on what we share today. And still I am recalling all the things we do not say. But in my heart I recognize the light in the lady's eyes. These eyes have watched night and seasons listen to these very special people, we are listening in essence to Hawaii calling, because they are Hawaii. And it's kind of up to us, all of us, no matter what we're doing and what color we're on, how we're fooling around, to at least remember that it's up to us to be making the kind of Hawaii that they would be proud to pass on. Make sure that we live up to all the expectations that our parents had. This song was written for all of us by Brother Liko Martin. It's called We Are the Children.
Okay? This assembly is for you, a message from us to you. The people that we're honoring today are our kupuna. I want all of you to remember that word and to use it, our kupuna. That's, when you talk to your elders and you say kupuna, that shows that you have respect for them, because the kupuna, when you look at the word, it has a very, very deep meaning, and there is double kauna to that word. And it's up to you to go and learn that. Talk to your kupuna. Okay, now at this time, I'd like to introduce to some of you several kupuna. Okay, these kupuna have come out and they've gone what we call beyond the call of duty. At one time, there were a lot of young people here on Molokai, and we were finding out a lot of things. We found out from the kupuna that they used to go down to Pala'au, put their dress down in the water, and hold it just like this, and all the keikis would go there, splash the water, and all the fish would jump inside the dress. Today you try to do that. The dress just gonna get all muddy, that's all. These are the stories that they told us. They said, you mean to say you used to go down to Pala'au, but anytime you like go? Yeah, anytime. Just go down there, take the family, and we go get fish down Pala'au, crab. Say, oh, we cannot go today. How come? Oh, they will lock the gates. Oh, how come they lock the gates? Oh, I don't know. But we go find out. So we found out, and the kupuna backed us up. They told us what was right and what was wrong. We had some of us young Opio ready for charge. We could have got into a lot of trouble if it wasn't for the kupuna telling us how to do it. Okay? We wanted to go down to the West End beaches. You know, big fence. We told our kupuna, we're going to broke down the fence. Okay? We got down there, the fence was in the water. We broke down the fence. We went across the fence, and then the kupuna said, okay, now put the fence back up. And we said, hey, but that's going to defeat the whole purpose. We came to put down the fence so we can go through anytime we want, because that was the right that the people had in the old days, the Hawaiian rights that they had to always go and get their food. But the kupuna said, no, you put the fence up now that you went through already. Okay, and there was a reason, because if we left the fence down, the cows from Hawaiian homelands would go inside and mix up with the cows in Molokai Ranch, and we'll be jamming things up. Okay? So there was there when we tore down the fence, but at the same time they said, when you finish, you put back the fence. So now every time we let go, we just put the fence down, pass through, put the fence back up. Okay, this is the kind of guidance that we had from them. They told us what used to be and how things used to be. And they kept us going down the straight and narrow. They kept us out of a lot of trouble. So this is why today we want to say, hey, mahalo kupuna. Because a lot of people was looking at us side eye and going, oh boy, we gotta get rid of those troublemakers. But the kupuna, they wasn't scared. They was right there in the forefront, helping, giving us guidance. All right? So that's why we'd like to honor 6 of these kupuna. They represent all the kupuna of Molokai. But these 6 was the one that came up in the very, very early beginnings, and they gave us the guidance that we needed. And they can give you the same kinds of guidance. All right, now, thanks to Alaloa, a supportive group, they heard what we were doing, and they went out and made some special awards for these kupuna. I'd like to read to you what the award says. It says, Aloha na kupuna. Mahalo for being so active in keeping our precious past alive for all of us to know. Mahalo for your message of aloha. You are the true kumu. We, the Opio, look to you for guidance. We honor you and we love you. Mahalo kupuna. And we have their names on the bottom. At this time, I'd like to ask our Opio, in the form of Judy Napoli, to come up and pick up the awards that we're going to give to our kupuna, and if Barbara would pick up some of the ladies. And at this time, I'd like to present some of these kupuna to you. Okay, when you see them on the street, go up to them and talk story. Ask them how things used to be. They'll tell you all about Pelekuno, they'll tell you about Wailau, they'll tell you about Pala'au, they'll tell you about the forest of Alaloa, about all the valleys in the East End. They have all this knowledge that you'll never find in school. Okay? So, Judy. At this time, I'd like to ask this kupuna to rise, and we'll have our OPO present you with our certificate. And I'd like to ask Auntie Harriet Lee to please rise, Auntie Mary Lee, Auntie Clara Koo, Auntie Lani Kopuni. Okay, now, there's some kupuna that couldn't quite make it because they're ill today. And I'd like to ask Teva Wainui to come up and represent his kupuna. Mr. and Mrs. Wainui. Teva, you want to come up? Teva? These kupuna represent all the kupuna. Okay? Let's put our hands together and say Mahalo Kupuna. Now, we have to gain knowledge from this kupuna because when they go, I'm going to be your kupuna. And if you come up to me and ask me questions and I don't know nothing, we're goners. So it's my job to learn from them so I can pass on some to you and some to my children. And it's going to be your job to find out from them so you can pass it on to your children. Because they're not in the books. The knowledge that these kupuna have are not in the books. So again, put our hands together and say, Mahalo Kupuna. Now, at this point, I'd like to have, do we have an extra leave? Are there any extra leaves? Okay, we don't have them in actually, all right? At this point, I'd like to ask our senior class, okay? Our senior class to please come down, to join hands with our kupuna. We're gonna sing the closing song, Hawaii Aloha. We're gonna ask Robert and Jerry to come up, and I don't know if Boogie, you wanna come up also, Hanani come up. We're gonna lead everybody in Hawaii Aloha. It's another chance for you to hold hands again, to stand up. Okay, senior class, come down. Don't be ashamed, come down and join hands with our kupuna. Okay, mahalo, and I hope that we got our message across, that you heard what we're trying to say. And right now, since we're all together, please hold up. Please hold up. Hold it. Okay? We always, another thing that the kupuna has taught us is that we pull it before we leave, because we pulled it before we started. So I'd like all of us to be quiet again. And if you feel like holding hands, and hope you do, please hold hands so the message can go far and we all come together as one ohana. And we pull it. Let us pray. Mahalo. Mahalo nui for this opportunity to teach what we have learned and to honor those that we love. Mahalo for our kupuna. For without them we are lost. We seek their knowledge and we need their knowledge. Mahalo for those kupuna that has come out and have taught us. And we pray that more would come out and more will teach. And we also pray that the Opio will seek the knowledge of this kupuna. for they have the knowledge that we need. Mahalo for this day, and aloha.
Oh, wow.
Shake up there. Really underneath the coconut leaf.
Let's see here.
That's where you like be a centerpiece because that's where you're going to zoom into.
Take two. Flick them off, Walter.
What you into something or something?
The white, just stick them on. Yeah. There's some tight. You gotta let me know the name of the lens. Oh my. Where's the fly swatter?
Should piss him, Walter.
I'm here with Auntie Clara to talking to her about the kupuna and OPO. It's only testing at Auntie Clara. You tell me about the time, long time ago, when you first started with you, Alaloa. What year was that?
July the 3rd, 1975. I got involved with Alaloa. And they had a beautiful rally. It was held at the Molokai Farm.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You remember that? Yeah, beautiful.
Auntie Clara, how long have you been on this homestead over here?
46 years.
Wow.
Next year, January the 14th, I'll be.
Okay. Auntie, you was gonna tell me about...
Yeah, I'll tell you about this coconut tree. But this coconut tree has a memory of my old house. My old house was teared down 1973.